Few names echo through history quite like Genghis Khan. Born in the untamed wilds of the Mongolian steppe, he rose from obscurity to forge a vast empire. His story is one of ambition, ruthlessness, and unparalleled military genius. From the Pacific Ocean to the Caspian Sea, the Mongol Empire stretched across continents, forever altering the course of history. Genghis Khan, the man behind this empire, remains a figure of fascination and debate even centuries after his death. Genghis Khan's armies were renowned for their speed, discipline, and ferocity. They were masters of horseback warfare, able to cover vast distances and strike with lightning speed. His military tactics were innovative and devastatingly effective, employing feigned retreats, flanking maneuvers, and a sophisticated intelligence network. The Mongol Empire grew at an astonishing rate, conquering vast territories and incorporating diverse cultures into its fold. Beyond military conquests, Genghis Khan proved to be a shrewd statesman. He established a centralized government for his empire, implemented a unified legal code, and promoted religious tolerance. He understood the importance of trade and fostered the Silk Road, which connected East and West, and facilitated the exchange of goods, ideas, and culture. His reign saw a period of relative peace and prosperity within the empire, a stark contrast to the chaos that had existed before. The year 1162 saw the birth of Temujin, the future Genghis Khan, into a world of turbulence and uncertainty. The Mongolian steppe, a vast expanse of grasslands stretching across Central Asia, was home to nomadic tribes locked in a perpetual struggle for survival. Resources were scarce, and alliances were fluid, often shifting with the winds. It was an environment that bred resilience, horsemanship, and a keen understanding of power dynamics from a young age. Temujin's own tribe, the Borjigin, while claiming descent from a legendary warrior, were far from powerful. They lived a precarious existence, constantly vying for grazing lands and dominance against rival clans. His father, Yasugai, was a chieftain of modest standing, known for his bravery and skill in battle. Cast aside by their own kin, Temujin, his mother, and his siblings faced a desperate struggle for survival. They lived hand to mouth, foraging for food, fishing in icy rivers, and hunting small game. There were times when they were reduced to scavenging for scraps, their existence a stark contrast to the life Temujin had known as the son of a chieftain. These years of hardship were not merely a test of physical endurance, they were a crucible that forged Temujin's character. He learned the importance of loyalty, realizing that his family was the only true alliance he could rely on. He developed cunning and resourcefulness, becoming adept at navigating the treacherous currents of tribal politics. The forging of a leader. As Temujin's power base grew, so too did his ambition. He understood that uniting the fractious Mongol tribes would require more than mere military strength. He needed to offer a compelling vision, one that transcended the narrow interests of individual clans. He envisioned a united Mongolia, strong enough to deter external threats and prosperous enough to ensure the well-being of its people. He began by forging alliances, not through coercion, but through strategic marriages and genuine gestures of goodwill. He understood the importance of kinship ties in Mongol society and used them to his advantage, solidifying relationships with powerful clans. He also demonstrated exceptional leadership qualities, leading his men to victory in battle while always sharing in their hardships. By his early 40s, Temujin had become a dominant force on the Mongolian steppe. His reputation as a warrior and strategist was unmatched. He commanded a loyal following, bound to him by oaths of blood brotherhood and a shared vision of a united Mongolia. Yet, to truly unite the Mongols, he needed more than just military might. He needed legitimacy, a mandate to rule granted by the people themselves. This opportunity came in the form of a Kurultai, a grand assembly of Mongol tribes, convened in 1206. Kurultais were rare events, held only to decide matters of great importance. For Temujin, it was a chance to formalize his authority and unite the Mongol tribes under his banner. The atmosphere at the Kurultai was electric. Leaders from across the steppe, some former rivals, others newfound allies, gathered to witness this historic event. Temujin, with his keen political instincts, understood the importance of the occasion. He had carefully orchestrated the Kurultai, ensuring that his supporters were well represented and his rivals were either neutralized or won over. When the time came for Temujin to address the assembled tribes, a hush fell over the crowd. He spoke with eloquence and passion, outlining his vision for a united and prosperous Mongolia. He reminded them of the centuries of infighting and disunity that had left them vulnerable to outside threats. He offered them a compelling alternative, a united Mongolia under his leadership, strong enough to defend its borders and prosperous enough to benefit all. The response to Temujin's speech was overwhelming. The assembled Mongol tribes, weary of endless conflict and inspired by his vision, unanimously proclaimed him Genghis Khan, the oceanic ruler. It was a title that spoke to the vastness of his ambition and the unprecedented scope of his authority. With this act, the Mongol Empire, one of the largest and most powerful empires in history, was born. Genghis Khan's first act as Khan was to consolidate his power and establish order within his newly unified realm. He knew that the old tribal rivalries could easily resurface if not carefully managed. He dissolved the existing tribal structures and reorganized the Mongol army into a meritocratic system, promoting soldiers based on loyalty and ability rather than clan affiliation. The great conquests begin. With the Mongol nation unified and his power consolidated, Genghis Khan set his sights on external enemies. He understood that the survival of the Mongol people depended on their ability to secure resources and territory beyond the harsh confines of the steppe. He also believed in the Mongols' destiny to rule the world, a belief that would fuel his relentless campaigns of conquest. His first target was the Xixia kingdom in northwest China, a prosperous state that controlled key trade routes. The Mongol army, now a disciplined and formidable force, swept through Xixia with ease, conquering cities and subjugating the local population. This victory not only brought Genghis Khan much-needed wealth and resources, but also served as a warning to other neighboring states of the Mongols' growing power. A legacy forged in blood and fire. Genghis Khan's conquests were not for the faint of heart. He waged war with a ferocity that terrified his enemies. Cities that resisted were often razed to the ground, their inhabitants slaughtered or enslaved. His campaigns resulted in the deaths of millions, earning him a reputation for ruthlessness that persists to this day. However, to view Genghis Khan solely through the lens of his brutality is to miss the complexity of his legacy. He was a visionary leader who united a fractious people and forged them into an unstoppable force. He was a shrewd administrator who established a system of governance that held his vast empire together. And he was a pragmatist who understood the importance of trade, technology, and cultural exchange. The art of war and diplomacy. Genghis Khan's success as a conqueror can be attributed not only to his military prowess, but also to his astute diplomacy and understanding of human psychology. He knew when to strike with overwhelming force and when to negotiate from a position of strength. He understood the importance of gathering intelligence on his enemies, often sending spies and envoys ahead of his armies to assess their strengths and weaknesses. Meritocracy and loyalty, the pillars of power. Central to Genghis Khan's success was his ability to inspire unwavering loyalty in his followers. He achieved this not through fear and intimidation, but through a combination of charisma, fairness, and a genuine concern for the well-being of his people. He broke from the traditional Mongol social structure, which was based on clan and lineage, and instead promoted individuals based on merit and loyalty. Religious tolerance and cultural exchange. Unlike many conquerors of his era, Genghis Khan did not seek to impose his own beliefs or culture on the people he conquered. He recognized that diversity could be a source of strength rather than weakness. He embraced religious tolerance, allowing conquered peoples to continue practicing their own faiths without fear of persecution. He even incorporated elements of other cultures into Mongol society, adopting their technologies, administrative practices, and artistic traditions. The Yassa, a code for a conquered world. To govern his vast and diverse empire, Genghis Khan established a unified legal code known as the Yassa. The Yassa was a comprehensive set of laws and regulations that applied to all subjects of the Mongol Empire, regardless of their ethnicity, social status, or religious beliefs. It covered a wide range of issues, from criminal justice to family law to military organization. The Pax Mongolica, a world united. Genghis Khan's reign, though marked by brutal conquests, ushered in an era of unprecedented peace and stability across much of Eurasia. This period, known as the Pax Mongolica or Mongol Peace, lasted for over a century, from the mid-13th to the mid-14th centuries. It was a time when the Mongol Empire, stretching from the Pacific Ocean to Eastern Europe, connected East and West like never before. Cultural diffusion and technological exchange. The Pax Mongolica facilitated an unprecedented flow of knowledge and technology across Eurasia. The Mongols, eager to consolidate their empire and improve their own lives, actively encouraged the exchange of ideas and innovations. They brought skilled artisans, engineers, and scholars from conquered lands to their capital, Karakoram, creating a melting pot of cultures and expertise. A complex legacy, brutality, and brilliance. Genghis Khan's legacy is complex and often contradictory. He was a ruthless conqueror who left a trail of destruction across Asia, responsible for the deaths of millions. His campaigns of conquest shattered empires, reshaped political boundaries, and left an indelible mark on the collective memory of the people he conquered. Relevance in the modern world. Centuries after his death, Genghis Khan remains a figure of fascination and debate. His story continues to capture the imagination, inspiring books, films, and even video games. His image adorns currency, postage stamps, and national monuments in Mongolia, a testament to his enduring legacy as the father of the nation. The Eternal Khan, Genghis Khan. The name echoes with the thunder of hooves, the clash of empires, and the whispers of a world forever changed. He was a figure of immense contradictions, a ruthless conqueror who ushered in an era of peace, a tribal chieftain who built one of the largest empires in history, a man who embraced both brutality and brilliance. His story, though rooted in the 13th century, transcends time and place, offering timeless lessons about leadership, ambition, and the enduring impact of human choices. Pause 2S. The legacy lives on. The tale of Genghis Khan does not end with his death. It continues to reverberate throughout history and into our modern era. His descendants carried forward his vision, expanding the Mongol Empire to even greater heights. The cultural and technological exchanges he initiated have left an indelible mark on the world, shaping societies far beyond the steppes of Mongolia. Pause 2S. Today, the spirit of Genghis Khan's leadership and innovation can be seen in the values of resilience, adaptability, and unity. His story serves as a reminder of the power of determination and the profound impact that one individual can have on the course of history. Pause 2S. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe for more amazing content. Your support means the world to us.